Good afternoon. Happy Friday. It is Halloween Friday, Halloween weekend. Right, Halloween weekend. Yeah, I knew I was right in there somewhere. So, welcome. These are afternoon sprints, afternoon weekend sprints. We are kicking off the weekend with getting some stuff done so we can have fun on Sunday, Halloween. So, as you can see, I am not dressed up. I don't really do dressing up for Halloween. I'm a very kind of boring person, but I do have long sleeves. I have long sleeves, and this is a good thing because here in Texas, we do not get uh, sweater weather until very, very late. So I am enjoying it today. Tomorrow, of course, it's going to be all gone. I think it's supposed to be like 85 degrees here. So get it together, Texas. It's November. That's fall. But it's like I've been living here for so long. It's like, that's what it is. So let us know, what are you working on and how you are doing in the chat, please. We're going to go for 20-minute sprints for 20-minute sprints for whatever you want to do. If it's writing related, Preptober related, Nano related, that is awesome. If it's not, that's cool too. If it's not writing, that is totally cool. Whatever you get done in 20 minutes is going to leave you more time for writing in the future. So it's all good. And then we're doing 5-minute breaks for bio breaks, snack breaks, drink breaks, coffee breaks, stretch breaks, whatever you want to do breaks. So, and we chat here too. And I do put myself on mute, and also I just put the timer on the screen. Speaking of timer, let's get the timer going so I don't babble too much for y'all. And I put the timer on the screen so that you don't see me, so that you don't get too distracted. So let's see. Hello, Shirley. Welcome. Yes, happy Halloween weekend. Yes, I think there are so many of us who just wait for this weekend because we love it so much. And of course, Sarah's doing spectacular, and that is very, very cool. If you are doing anything for Halloween weekend, then let us know in the chat. I would love to know if you're doing anything for Halloween. Sure, this is my last edits for the month, so I can get started on Nano Stuff Monday. Excellent. Yes, I finished the revision outline. I finished the revision outline, and I finished setting up my revision board. So everything is ready to go for Nano to do those revisions. And I keep track of the stuff that I do because I'm trying to get into some kind of figure about what I'm doing for my writing process and how long it takes me and all that kind of stuff. So this, and I just recorded it this morning for this book, which is book number 3 of the series. It took me 23 days to do that revision outline. And it's a revision outline. I mean, it's basically going through every chapter, marking off, what the scenes are, and then making notes about changes I needed to make. It took me 23 days. So it took me like almost over 3 weeks. Book 2 took me only 10 days. So that kind of gives you an idea. So I'm like, ooh, this is not good, because it means probably that revision for book number 3 is going to take a long time. But that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I mean, every book is different. Every book is different. Thank you, Shirley. Every book is different. Yes. And if you're joining us again, please put in the comments how you're doing, what you're working on. Let us know what you're working on. Are you doing Nano this year? Are you doing Nano? Nano is starting on Monday. So are you doing Nano? What you're doing for Nano? Let us know. I am working on revising, revisions / rewrites. It's actually should be turned around, because it's probably going to be more rewrites than it is going to be revisions for book 3 of my historical mystery series. I used to say historical cozy mystery series, but because it is technically a cozy in terms of like, so the elements and the tropes and stuff that are in there. But the first draft turned out 115,000 words. So and I'm gonna try to cut it down, but I mean, cozies are usually, I think, what, like 50 to 60,000 words. So it's so I'm taking the cozy off of it for now, because I don't want to, read our expectations, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see if I can get it down to a length that is going to pass as a cozy. Even though, it is kind of more of on the cozy side. Shirley says, I'm writing my second urban fantasy noir mystery. Beautiful, beautiful. I love all of those, overlapping subgenres. You got the urban fantasy there, you got the noir. It sounds like really, really interesting, really interesting. So again, if you are with us, let us know, please, in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. I have a message here from Streamline, can't post comments to some destinations. Why is that, StreamYard? Why? What do you? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking here. Okay. 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 Well, StreamYard is telling me that maybe some of the comments they can't post because this is new. There were people that I guess have been trying to give StreamYard permission, and from Facebook, and knowing Facebook has been persnickety. So I'm just putting this up. So again, if you're on Facebook and you want to give permission to post and for us to see who you are, then please go to streamer.com/Facebook and just give Facebook permission. So I am so, so sorry about that. I don't know why StreamYard is being really weird with the comments. Once we've got a couple seconds here. Once we get into the first sprint, I'll try to figure out what StreamYard's problem is so we can see everybody, all the wonderful people who are posting for us. So we're going to get started. First sprint of the afternoon. We're going to go for 20 minutes. Whatever you are working on, nano related, non nano related, non writing related, doesn't matter. We are here to support you. And I will see you all in 20 minutes. Okay, so first off, I think that was too loud. So let me put down the volume so it doesn't blare in y'all's ears. How was that? How did you do? What did you do? Let us know what progress you made, even if you just took a little nap or, just went on to Facebook to see what's going on with your friends. That is cool too. Let me set the timer here. Yeah, of course, I was babbling too much yeah, let me take the permissions off here. Of course, I was babbling so much last break that I forgot to say what I'm working on. So I am working on next week's schedule. So I got kind of caught up in backtracking a whole bunch of stuff because I was doing so much stuff for so many little moving parts for my series relaunch, which is going on, which is starting Monday. So that there was all these bits and pieces, and then I came across a card in my schedule, and I was like, "Didn't I do that?" And then I had to go back into MailerLite and see if I changed something in my onboarding sequence, and I changed it in one thing, but I didn't change it in a couple of others. So it's like, oh, geez, so now I have to go back. So fun times, fun times. Let me tell you all. Hello, Viola. Thank you so much for joining us. Hello, Tina. Now I have to see if there's like one line, then I can read it without my reading glasses. But like when there's more words, there's more than a couple words. It's like that on go the reading glasses. Hello, made it. That is awesome. Starting out with adulting. Yes, adulting, very important. Hoping to move into nano planning. Cool. Shirley says, working my way through Pro Writing Aid. Getting rid of overused words. Yes, yes. Yeah, I was doing Pro Writing Aid. I think like last week for a story for my lead magnet for my reader magnet story, and it kept tagging overuse for me of like pronouns. Apparently, Pro Writing Aid does not like it when, oh, look at that. I didn't start the timer. Sorry, y'all, about that. But I think I was just like babbling for a couple of seconds. So we'll just keep it where it is. Okay. So apparently, Pro Writing Aid does not like it when you use the same pronoun like he, she, I, whatever. You use the same pronoun, 3 sentences, like 3 consecutive sentences. So it tags it. So, but it's a good thing. That's actually a good thing, especially because I tend to use that a lot. So it kind of reminds me, okay, I need to kind of, refresh my pronouns. Dina says, still struggling to get through endless new patient forms for dentist appointment in January. Oh, yes. Yeah, that can be a challenge. That can be a challenge. All the little questions. Yes. So we are rooting for you to get through those new patient forms. And hopefully the dentist appointment will go well. Shirley says, I do my weekly schedule stuff on Saturdays. Yeah, you know what, Shirley? I have it scheduled to do it on Saturday, but I always kind of end up doing it a little bit early because I always find that, there's something that I want to do over the weekend. So, or some other work I want to finish. I try to keep weekends for more like personal projects and things like that. So now my personal project is relocation project because I'm going to be moving in January. So, doing all of the apartment research and moving services research and all that kind of stuff. Have not started packing yet, and I am not looking forward to it at all. But I got a plan. So, hey, Charlie. So happy you could join us. I am chaptering some videos, cool, on YouTube and trying to get some focus before tonight's stream. Excellent, excellent. Yes, I think Charlie is our YouTube person here. So kudos to you for that. I definitely want to be doing more with my YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, The Autonomous Writer, the one that's here for next year. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but and my the autonomous writer is not my fiction writing business. It's a business where I'm actually creating processes for writing and publishing for self-published authors. So it's kind of a different direction. So we'll definitely be talking about that more next year, though. Viola says, I went to a Booker Prize event today. That is awesome. Oh my God, that is so cool. It was quite fun. Amazes me how long lit fic authors go between books. Yes. 7 years it took one lady to get her third book out. Yeah. I used to hear about indie timelines and it shocked me for a minute. Absolutely, Viola. Absolutely. Yes. I agree with you 100% that it is a different, um, it's a totally different thing for, especially for literary writers, because I started out writing, publishing contemporary literary fiction, and now my fiction is it's more historic. It's historical women's fiction, um, but or at least my series. The one that I'm relaunching next month is historical women's fiction. It's definitely more on the literary side. So literary fiction is a totally, it's just it's a very it's a totally, it goes by a different set of rules, and self-publishing, I think, is it's a great place, I think, for literary fiction. Actually, if you subscribe to the self-publishing SPF podcast, the self-publishing formula podcast, that's Mark Dawson's podcast. I think recently, it might have been even last week, he had a on their podcast, they had a self-published literary fiction writer. So she kind of talks a little bit about, kind of some of the challenges that literary fiction writers get into when they're self-publishing, because it's just a different set of rules, and it's not impossible, absolutely not, to get an audience and sell books and things like that, but it's definitely, I think, more of a challenge than if you're writing in, kind of more of the genre fiction. So both are great, I'm running in both, so I love both. Charlie says, yes, I just did a pivot on my channel to add more topics to it. That is awesome. That is interesting. You know what, Charlie, if you want to if you can, put the link to your YouTube channel in the comments section so we can kind of see what you're up to. I would definitely love that. Dina says, made me feel better. I'm trying for lit fic. Yeah, rather than genre fic. Been working on the same draft a year, hoping to finish next month. That is cool. That is awesome. And yes, and you know what, Dina? Literary fiction, that's okay. And even non-literary fiction, I mean, y'all don't get, I've been self-publishing since 2017. You know, don't pressure yourselves to publish, like this whole, I know the whole indie thing about, oh, you got to publish a lot of books and, a lot of books a year and things like that, but don't burn yourself out. I mean, your pace is great for you and great for your audience. It's really what you feel is best for you and best for your books, and your audience will come, your audience will follow you. So, okay. Yeah, Viola says, yes, it was last week, the self-publishing show episode. Yes, exactly. Oh, terrific. Thank you, Charlie, for posting your YouTube channel so we can get a peek at that. Awesome. So we're going to go into second sprint of the afternoon, 20 minutes for whatever y'all need to do. We are here rooting for you to get that stuff done. I will see you all in 20 minutes. So we are an hour in. We've done 2 sprints already. We have 2 more to go. Let me put in the break time. So how was that? Let us know how you did, what you got done. And I got done. I'm almost done with my scheduling stuff. The only thing I have left to do is I have to print out the HB90 planner pages for the next week. And I didn't do that now. I didn't start that because I didn't want the noise of the printer in the background for y'all. So hopefully you all did well. And I got my coffee. So I got, this is my cat cup. So very cute. I love how also, I hate this screen. Sorry. So I love how also it's got like it labels what the cats are. So you can kind of see what the cats are. If you'll be joining me for sprints throughout November, you'll probably see me with several different mugs. I won't always be with my first line mugs because one of Sarah's Preptober things is kind of like, do stuff that motivates you. And I figured out, so I went into my cabinet and I looked at how all the mugs that I had, and I chose like 3 of them. So I'm going to be like swapping out mugs to kind of keep myself motivated for Nano. But I do have a first line for y'all. So this is okay. So this and if you haven't been with me before, what I like to do is just do it's first line trivia. So it's a first line from a classic book, most of the time a classic book. So I give you the first line and you tell me what book it's from. And it's not a test. So if you want to look it up on Google, that is totally fine. Not a problem. So here's the first line. Last night I dreamt I went to Manderley again. Last night, I dreamt I went to Manderley again. So this one is pretty well known, and I'll give you a tip. If you put in Manderley into Google search, then you're going to pull it up right away. So, okay. So let's see. How did we all do? Let's see. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, Charlie, I went and I subscribed to your channel. So thank you for posting that for us. Hello, Angela. Runs in and tries not to trip. You don't have to run in, Angela. We are happy that you're here. You can just lazily, come in if you want to. So we're very glad. Viola says, can we say what it was in the chat? Absolutely. Oh yes. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. Yes, definitely. Type it in the chat. Absolutely, yes. Shirley says, I'm in pro writing aid land. Yeah. And one of the things I always mess up on with pro writing aid is, you've got the little icon thingy at the top where, it's usually, at least on mine, it's usually off when I open up a document. And so I have to click it in order to get in order for pro writing aid to kind of run and get the list of errors and stuff like that. And so one of the things I found out is I have to be careful because if I accidentally click on it and it turns it off, when I turn it on again, it'll go back through the whole thing and tag all of the stuff that I dismissed because, it wasn't a mistake. It was just something else. So it's like, then I have to go through the whole thing over again. So I love Pro Writing Aid, but like all programs, I think it's got its limits. So Angela says, I'm finally doing my reading glasses. Sorry, y'all. I'm finally doing some Preptober work. Awesome. And still working on box stuff. Beautiful. Charlie says, I am still chaptering old videos. And thank you for the sub. You are most welcome. Yes, Viola, you're absolutely right. It's Rebecca from Daphne du Maurier. So that's the book. And if anybody here has read the book or if you've seen the movie, or I'm sure there was a miniseries, I usually go for classic film. So for me, when I think of Rebecca, I think of the Alfred Hitchcock did a movie of it back in, I think it was, I can't remember the exact date. It was 1940 something, 1942 maybe. And it was actually, it was quite good. It was done quite well. So um, I love that first line. Yeah, the new full version was not that great. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's well, and I'll tell you something, Viola. It is really, I think it's really tough to top Alfred Hitchcock because when it's tough to do that. So that one I have not seen, but definitely highly recommend the 1940s film version. And I'll let y'all in on something. I read Rebecca, and the main character, who's actually never named, but the main character is much more likable in the film than she is in the book, at least for me. So, okay, wonderful. We are starting in second hour, 20-minute sprint, whatever you need to get done, whatever you want to get done to make your weekend a fun one so you don't have to worry about work, even though I'll be here on the weekend. So, I'd love to see all your faces. I will see you all in 20 minutes. So how did you all do? What did you all get done? So I did not get done very much because when I set my time, not set my timer, set my printer to print out the HB 90 pages. And so I thought, okay, well, it's going to take a couple of minutes. So I'll just go on Facebook and got into Facebook. And there was a post from one of my Facebook friends who, one of those quizzes, what 80s, which are you? And I love the 80s. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pop on and, do this quiz. And I thought, yeah, it's going to take a couple of minutes. That thing was like more than like 50 freaking questions. It was one of these like super long quizzes. And basically I spent the whole, 20 minutes doing this damn quiz. And in the end, I just gave up because it just like never ended. So I have no idea what 80s witch I am. So hopefully you all got more done than I did. Before I get to the comments, I just wanted to go quickly through our sprints for the next couple of days. So today, we've got Rhiannon coming in at 9 o'clock, Owl Sprints, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Elizabeth, I think, is going to be, I think her last day. Oh, and Rhiannon is on Facebook. She's in the Heart Breathings Word Challenges Facebook group. Link is down if you're on YouTube and you're not in that group. It's an awesome group to be in. The link is in the comments where you can join. We do sprints all the time. We do double down days, first Saturday of each month, writing retreat, third weekend of each month. Totally awesome place. Tomorrow morning, I think Elizabeth is with us at 9 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. And I think this is going to be Elizabeth's last Saturday morning that she's going to be doing with us for a while at least. I think as of November, she's going to be not doing that sprint. And then I am back at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. So hope to see you all there. And then Tracy is going to be on for 9 o'clock, Owl Sprints, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. So we've got lots of sprints going on this weekend. So great time to get some stuff done. Sorry about that. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, Shirley said step away and get some lunch. You are most welcome for the sprints. Lunch is important. Yes, lunch is important. It is lunchtime. So, hello, Astrid. I filled out a questionnaire for one character. Excellent. Wonderful. So you know one character, and that is great. That is progress. Dina says, managed to finally get the stupid forms into the dentist. Good for you. That is a major accomplishment. That is a major accomplishment. And got laundry done. Awesome. Steadily moving toward nano prep. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. You are most welcome, Dina, for the sprints. So, yeah, we are here. We're about almost a minute and a half to go before we get into our last sprint of the afternoon. And I am going to be moving, now that I've got my weekly schedule done, I'm going to be moving to doing a little bit, finishing up, hopefully, my apartment research. So I've already researched apartments and I've already got a list down of where I want to go, but I'm just kind of doing the last checks with the apartments and figuring out where I want to go and visit and when to visit and all that kind of stuff. So y'all know how moves go. It's like baby steps, because otherwise it comes on you and you're like, oh my God, I have nothing done. So Dina says, oh, I thought this was, oh, No, Dina, we've got one more left. We have one more left in another 40 seconds. So I'm glad that you are still with us. So I was also munching on during the sprint on some Halloween candies. So who here has already opened the bags of the Halloween candy? Definitely me. Definitely me. I actually opened those things from like the beginning of October. So, but it's what, as one of my friends was saying, it's like, you got the fun size candy bars and then you got the minis. And she's like, what's the point of the minis? I mean, you look at the Snickers, they can barely get the S on there because it's so super, super small. But, there you go. Wonderful. Okay, cool. We are now going into last sprint of the afternoon. So, whatever you want to get done for this Friday afternoon. I also forgot to mention if you, Sarah is doing her spectacular, is doing a spectacular coffee chat this afternoon. I think it's at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yes, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That is on. That's not on the Heartbleeding YouTube channel. That is on her Sarah Cannon YouTube channel. So you can just go into YouTube and do a search for Sarah Cannon and you'll pull it up. Very, very, very cool stuff. She's going to be doing it, I think, from she's in Disney World right now in Florida. So she said she's going to be doing it from the animal kingdom. So how cool is that? Okay, 20 minutes on the clock. Whatever you need to do, whatever you need to get done, I will see you all in 20 minutes. that's it for this afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you for joining me. Let us know how you did in the comments section. So I started to look at one apartment building online and just do a little virtual tour there. So I don't know yet if I'm going to be considering it, but we will see. We will see. Putting on my reading glasses here. So, okay. Yes, Astrid says I'm German. Halloween is not that popular here. Yes, yes. You know what? I can totally relate to that because I lived for a while. I'm originally from Israel, and I lived for a while in Israel, and it's the same thing. There are some holidays there that like, for example, Christmas, or New Year's, sorry, like New Year's Eve, people go out, even though it's the Jewish New Year, something completely different. But Halloween just doesn't, it's just not something that is a part of the culture there. So, um, oh, you are so welcome, Facebook user from Dublin, Ireland. That is awesome. That is so cool to see. Um, how many people are joining me internationally. So cool. Thank you all for joining. So I hope you all got stuff done. I will be back on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock EST time. I hope you all join me. Tonight is Rhiannon, who is going to be in at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Elizabeth also will be in at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And sadly, it will be her last Saturday sprint, but she's not leaving us completely. She will be in on Tuesday mornings, and she will probably be back at some point Saturday mornings. I think it's because her work schedule just kind of, she works nights. So, her work schedule is just kind of a little bit, just kind of makes Saturday mornings difficult for her to join us. So, totally understand. You are most welcome, Angela. Always happy to see you. Astrid, oh, you are most welcome. I'm so glad that you got stuff done. So I will see you all on hopefully Saturday afternoon. And don't forget, Sarah's spectacular chat is at in another hour. I think it's another hour, so it's on her Sarah Cannon channel if I'm going to be there. So if you all want to join, and Facebook just says Halloween actually originated in Ireland, yeah, where people used to hollow turnips. That is so interesting. That is so interesting. I'm definitely I'm so interested in like holiday history and stuff like that. It's something that I love to post also to my users. So I will definitely be posting that. So again, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Friday. Have a wonderful Halloween weekend. If I don't see you all in chats, hopefully I will see you all in chats though. And have a wonderful, wonderful Halloween.